Well, hello there, friends. Welcome to Mistful Musings with Morgana. So let's get into it. So this is your daily reading for January 10th, 2026. Again, whenever it finds you, it finds you. If the energy resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, leave it for other people. And if you really are digging it, share it with somebody. Okay, so overall energy today using the Mystic Manifesting Oracle deck, we get the card of Seeing the Beauty. And the message on the card says complex patterns align to create great beauty when you can see clearly. The mantra for the card is I visualize the divine plan. And here we see what looks like perhaps an artist climbing some kind of a ladder. To me, that says maybe he's seeing things from a different perspective. Maybe he's seeing things from a creative overview type of perspective. There's this beautiful mural on the wall. A lot of the colors are speaking to me with heart tones, as well as perhaps sacral creativity. I don't know. Tell me in the comment section, what do you see in this abstract painting on this card? So they're asking you to see the beauty. Things may be fractured. Things may be fractalized in your experience right now. Today, we're sitting in a void moon the entire day. So things may seem a little out of sorts. The sun and the moon are, I believe, opposing each other today too, which feels like tensions may be running a little bit high. Things don't feel like they click into place as well as, other days or other times. And Spirit says, you know what, there's still beauty in this. And perhaps things are not working completely in an alignment or a flow type space to get you to think outside the box. So take an overview perspective, um, take a beat, take a minute to gain some clarity, ground down, and know that a divine plan is at work. Now we're going to jump into these little tiny holographic, beautiful tarot cards here. Each one represents the past, the present, and the future. So the first one that we get here is the Eight of Swords. We've been getting a lot of eights lately. And again, this could be karmic patterns, karmic, abundance. But here in the sword space, swords represents the mind, right? It represents how we think, perhaps even how we see, perspective. And here with the eights, we see this woman really bound. Her eyes are bound, her hands are bound behind her back. There are swords that look like she is imprisoned. It doesn't look like a really pretty situation. And honestly, this may be one of the more challenging cards in the deck. But here in our past energy, it's reminding us, okay, so we may feel stuck in some places, just like we were mentioning with the astrology, just like we were mentioning with the oracle card. There may be some part of our lives that are not flowing like the water underneath her feet, right? And she has to move through the challenges, perhaps not seeing with her physical eyes, but tapping into her intuition, tapping into her divine cellular structure, those messages that are found deep within her to navigate this path. Now these cords are not, very tightly bound around her, so she may be able to just wiggle out from them. We also see these swords. Now they're on three, maybe two sides of her, but in front of her, we don't see any swords blocking her. So all she has to do is take some steps forward, being intuitively led and guided, and she will find her way free. There's a castle behind her. So there is the possibility and potential of her going back home to herself, but she does have to trust herself. She has to trust and that intuitively divine wisdom within to wiggle out of the situation that she feels trapped in. The next card we get here is the Three of Swords. Again, another card that carries with it some heavy energy. Another sword card. Now we see them piercing this heart. So this card, there's just no way around it. This represents the present situation, by the way. Something feels like it's breaking. Something feels like it's piercing our heart. So this might be a heartbreaking situation. This might be the realization that a relationship is ending, or even perhaps you have the knowing that you need to go a different way, but it's going to break your heart. Maybe it's leaving a job or moving differently in a friendship circle, or choosing a different hobby that you love, or something like that, but leaving something behind. So there is no doubt about it. There is something that is piercing your heart right now. However, we know that when we are broken down and broken open, we allow things to shed. We allow things to flow. We drop into a surrender state. So this card is asking you to emote. This card is asking you to get out of your mind and into the heart, breaking your heart wide open. Emote, which unleashes and unlocks your intuition, and allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to recognize and inform yourself and your intuition through your emotions, getting out of the mind and into the heart, allowing the heart to be broken wide open, cracked wide open, because it will allow you to flow into your next future state, which is another three, which is the three is a very divine number. It is a card of expansion, or it's a number of expansion. And we get the Three of Cups, which is a celebration. It is a celebrational card. The Cups is a card of emotion. This is happy emotions, joyful emotions, celebratory emotions. Water sign is intuition. Water sign is creativity. It is the feminine aspect. And here we have a bunch of harvested vegetables. So we've got pumpkins and everything else like that. So this may represent the fall. This may represent just you coming into harvest. It's your harvest season. They have grapes, which do represent abundant, and they are celebrating. They're not celebrating solo, they're celebrating community style. So we're going through something where, you know what, we may feel a little bit stuck here. We may feel like there's no way out, but Spirit is asking you to see the beauty in the situation, see the divine plan at play. Perhaps get outside of yourself, not seeing with your physical eyes, but seeing with your intuitive eyes, and understanding that you're not stuck. But you do need to get out of your head and into your heart, facing the reality of the situations, allowing your emotions to flow and guide you, and that will lead you into a celebratory and expansive moment. And how we see those two threes there, that's all about transformation. Energy is never created nor destroyed, it only changes form. And here we see that three transforming into a space of celebration and joy. So see the beauty in everything, trust the divine plan.
So let me know how this resonated for you. Was this reading about love, about a job, about a life-changing direction, about friends? Drop a comment and let me know where you're at. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel if this reading does align with you. It really helps me to dive into what collective that I am reading for so that I can give you better and more accurate readings.
This is your reading for today. I wish you lots of love and blessings. Take care.